Well, folks, it looks like the stock market is finally catching up to the bond market. I don't know, I did not see a 700-point drop. I think that was in the Dow coming. But yeah, it was an interesting day to wake up here in Malaysia. Actually, I don't know what port we're in, but it's another great day. But really what I wanted to look at was Walmart and Home Depot, right? These are two big retailers. I think they were going to tell us a lot. And Walmart kind of easily beat top and bottom line. Again, remember, top is revenue, bottom is earnings. But they gave a weak guidance. They are basically indicating that the consumer is getting more price sensitive, and something that they're going to have to watch out for. Home Depot, on the other hand, missed on revenue. This is their first top line miss since 2019, and they really highlighted that the consumers are seeming to pivot from goods to services. So this is something we've been talking about. Remember, I always referred to cardboard boxes. We kind of done enough of that. We are going out and getting experiences. So it was interesting to see Home Depot talk about that. On another front, we got a report from Toll Brothers, right? Toll Brothers, if you don't know, is a high-end luxury home builder. They beat top and bottom lines and indicated that the start of 2023 is above expectations. So looks like Q1, as we had the rate drops, remember they went under 6% for a day. Now I think they're probably mid to high sixes. But yeah, Toll Brothers was saying demand exceeded expectations in Q1. Coinbase beat top and bottom. Palo Alto Network beat top and bottom and raised guidance. Palo Alto Network is kind of one of those bellwether stocks for me, right? It's in the tech space, specifically cybersecurity. And as long as they are still doing well, you know that the economy is, or at least businesses are still investing. That's kind of like the last thing a company would do is cut off cybersecurity. So good to see that. CoStar Group forecast a pretty weak quarter, and their stock took, I think it was a 15% hit this morning. So General Mills raised guidance on resilient consumer demand, right? Remember, staples versus discretionary. General Mills food or cereal is one of those staples. So again, lots of stuff going on. I do wonder how Macy's and Nordstrom's, more the mall retailers, are going to do. When I look at Home Depot and Walmart, it's like, gosh, I don't think the big box clothing retailers like Macy's and Nordstrom's are going to have a lot of fun in this environment. I did see that the 10-year note seems to be heading right back to 4%. It feels like just 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago it was 3.5. Now, last time I checked, it was at 3.95. The 2-year at 4.7. So very, very interesting. I did read an article about Goldman Sachs. They are now calling for 3 Fed rate hikes from here, 3 quarter points. I think it's very interesting. Days like today are days where the Fed goes, okay, they get it. And what that really means to me is the Fed has to do less. Yes, if the stock market keep racing ahead and Cathie Wood stocks, we're up 50% in the year, the Fed would not like that. But now that these are getting hit or revalued, the Fed feels they can do less. It's one of those very interesting things. And we're going to see tomorrow, I believe, or today, later today, I guess this will be Wednesday's report, the Fed meeting minutes, which will be very interesting to look at. So lots of stuff going on. Other things that I read, I'm starting to see more and more folks talk about a recession in 2024. Yes, folks, the most called recession ever is now being delayed potentially till middle of 2024. This is according to Doug, I'm going to say PETA, U.S. investment strategist at BCA Research. But I'm hearing more and more people talk about recession 2024, right? The consumer, the job market. Not many people, at least at this point, are holding steady to a recession must happen, right? More and more people are acknowledging that, we may get that mysterious soft landing, at least no recession in 2023. It's also becoming clear that the big job cuts that make the splashy headlines are being quickly absorbed by kind of that next tier, which is something we had talked about. For me, the Fed meeting minutes are all going to be about 50 basis points, right? We all know higher for longer, We have been told that many times, but I'm curious if it's going to be at a slow pace. Are we only going to get a quarter from here on out? That's what I expect. I do expect the Fed, like Bullard and Loretta Mester, I believe, to talk tough about 50, but I don't see that happening. But we'll see. We'll see how many folks talked about 50 basis points later today. Morgan Stanley Mike Wilson came out and said that stocks are in the death zone. What he really referred to in this article is the stock valuations got stretched. They basically went from 15 to 18 and a half very quickly, and that was a problem. And again, I think what you saw in the stock market today was kind of a revaluation, right? The 10-year getting close to 4 really shows that there is, right, the TINA trade, there is no alternative. You can get almost 5% or 4% in a 10-year and almost 5% in a 2-year. So there's a lot of people probably moving into that because 5% is a really good rate. So, and then the last thing I read about, it looks like Beijing is handing out $6 a month. Yes, folks, that many. $6 a month to low-income families to help offset food inflation. Just so you have a comparison, $6. Those are six. They're handing out their currency, but the conversion is $6. It's roughly the amount to buy 2 Big Macs, just to give you a scale of what $6 means in Beijing. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Again, food inflation in China was up 6.6%, so pretty significant there. And then at the end of the day, what does no recession look like in 2023? I think that really means no Fed rate cuts, right? We get to terminal rate, we stay there. I think unemployment probably stays under 4.5, maybe even under 4.3. That would be something to watch. We get the new weekly unemployment claims on Thursday, so that'll be interesting to look at. At the end of the day, folks, I want you to have a wonderful day. Let's give you a little scan of where we are today. I would tell you where I'm at, but I don't know. But I know it's going to be a good day. All right, folks, take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day. Bye.